Hello, I'm Ruth, and welcome back to This Is How We Roll. This week's episode is called Building Friendships and Community, and it's all about different ways to make friends, including some alternate ways if the usual ways of making friends just isn't working for you. So, in some ways, making friends can be quite difficult, but there are a few things that I have found that have helped make it easier. I've come to find that the most difficult thing for people in starting a friendship is finding the first thing to say after the first hello. This is not so much an issue for me because I'm very extroverted. However, I know a lot of people that are very introverted. So I'm going to go over a couple of the things that I found to be good conversation starters when talking to someone that could be a potential new friend. So, it's sometimes good to start with something that you know is a common interest, like, I noticed we both have psychology together. What do you think of the class? Another great way to start a conversation can be a compliment by saying something like, I really like your dress. Where did you get it? Just kind of simple things that can start opening up a conversation, and then you guys can spring from there. Like with the psychology topic, you could say, yeah, I really like the class. I'm a major in psychology, what about you? And you guys can talk about that. Or if you were talking about someone's dress, you can, talk about shared interest in fashion or styles or stuff like that. Another way of opening up a conversation is to take note of something that the person is wearing or doing that you may have in common. For example, I noticed you're wearing a low-key t-shirt. Do you like Norse mythology, or are you mostly interested in Marvel? Or if they're doing your favorite activity like drawing, you can talk about how you both like drawing. If you have tried making friends in the way I've previously mentioned and it's just not working, don't worry about it. There's other things you can do. I know it's going to sound really strange, but dating sites have worked really well for me in order to make friends. I want to start this conversation by debunking a couple of misnomers about dating sites. First of all, dating sites are not just for dating. On almost all of them, there's a place where you can select just looking for friends. In this case, you will be put in contact with other people that are also just looking for friends. You can typically select multiple options like just looking for friends and looking to date. And there's typically multiple more options than that on most of the sites. Secondly, dating sites aren't dangerous. They're no more dangerous than any other social media account. I mean, obviously you don't say, "Hi, my name is blank. My social security number is blank. My address is blank. And here are my bank details." But you wouldn't want to do that in any other conversation anyway. If you do find that you're being opened up to inappropriate comments or content, then there's a way to block the person, and there's usually an option to report if you would like. On almost all of these sites, there are filters so that you can make sure you're only seeing people that are age appropriate. There are also filters you can use to say how far away you want the people you meet to be. I'm going to be honest, I have all mine open to worldwide. You don't have to do that. You can select your specific area if you desire. I have mine so open because I feel like I live around a very unusual group of people. And in this instance, I don't really mean unusual in a good way. Now, before I say what I'm going to say, I want everyone to be aware that this does not apply to everyone in my area, but it does apply to a lot of them. Not very many people around here show particular hate or dislike for those that are disabled, but not many show much willingness to get to know them either. People are, like in my case, people are typically polite to me. If I say hi, they say hi back. Or if I ask them if they could please help me pick something up, they do, but they don't really show much interest in wanting to be friends or getting to know who I am. So with my filters, I keep them really open wide on any of these sites. This way I have managed to find some really good friends. Now there's a lot of good things and a lot of bad things about this. The good things being that I do get to have a lot of good friends and good people to talk to. The bad things being that I don't really get to see those friends in person. But with today's technology, we have calling, texting, FaceTiming. It's really easy to get in contact and have a really good friendship. Again, I want to say I have met some really nice people around where I live. As I have expressed in the past, my college assistant is actually one of my friends, but people like her are few and far between. I kind of want to go into saying, when you're on the hunt for friends, remember that a friend can be anyone. You may have a certain gender, look, age, or ethnicity in mind, but that might not necessarily be the person that you end up being best friends with. I'm going to tell you kind of a interesting and funny story about how I met one of my best friends in the whole world. We actually went to the same high school, but when we met, he was a freshman and I was a senior. He was just starting freshman year and I was just starting senior year. I met him at the first school dance, and he approached me to talk to me. I was really excited because people don't usually do that. Our first conversation was a little strange at the beginning, as I really put my foot in my mouth. I was completely unaware that he was a freshman, and so I said something really flirtatious. But after that, our conversation was great, and we were laughing about my weird comments, and we just built a really good friendship. Now, after this summer, he's going into his senior year of high school, and I'll be going into my junior year of college. And we're still really close and good friends. Now, I would have never expected that a freshman boy, 4 years younger than me, would end up being one of my best friends in the whole world. But he really is. So just don't put too much pressure on, the age of a person or the gender of a person. If you feel like connected with them, just go with it. I would like to end this episode with a bit of a warning. Obviously, you do have to be a bit careful. I wouldn't go talking to people that were 10 and 15 years older than me on purpose, but things do happen, and I do have some friends that are a lot older than me. What I'm saying is that I want you to keep your wits about you, but don't do it so much that you miss out on friendship opportunities. And also, don't go writing people off just because they're a lot younger than you, or because something about them isn't what you thought would be in a friend of yours. Thank you for watching. That's all for this episode. Until next time, remember, we're all different, so just roll with it.